Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be door dashing again, and you guys have been wanting some longer format because I do nothing but shorts. Today it is, let's see, it's 10:46. I just started door dashing. This is going to be an 8-hour plus day of door dashing. So stick with me. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, I already got my first order. Not the best. It's a double order, $6 for two deliveries. So let's pick them up. Alright, we got the first two dropped off. Not the best, $6 for a double order, but let's get on to the next one. Oh, there's one now. Let's see, yeah. Alright, we're on our way back to McDonald's for another $6 order, but it's only a single one this time, so that's already $12 in the first 30 minutes. Not bad. Yeah, F1A. Thank you. So 8 minutes for $6 delivery. It's a little steep. I try to keep it $1 a minute, something like that if possible. But it's still early, so when I'm just starting out, I try to just take what I can get, just try to get the ball flowing, if you know what I'm saying. Let's get number 2 dropped off. Alright, we got number 2 dropped off in 10:57, so less than 30 minutes. We got $12. Let's see what we get next. It's starting to rain, so be prepared when you're door dashing and it's raining. I ordered number 3. It's only $4.50 to go 2 miles. It ain't nothing fancy, nothing great, but keeps your ratings up. You don't have to take it very far. It don't take very long to pick it up, so I definitely recommend taking them little short orders. I just picked up that order from McDonald's, and I want to let you guys know, like, in between the last order, I got another order from Starbucks. It was like $6.50 to go 4 miles. And you look at that and you're like, oh man, that's not a bad order, but it's 11 o'clock in the morning. And you're probably going to be sitting in there for 45 minutes. So you just got to think about where you're going and how long it's going to take to pick stuff up when you're trying to make money out there. Say, for example, like this order is only $4.50. So it's not as much, but I just walked in there, picked it up, walked right out, and I'm going to drop it off, and I'll be on to my next one. Well, if I would have took the Starbucks order, I'd still be sitting there right now. I'd still be sitting there when I'm picking up the next order, probably. Starbucks it just takes way too long, especially this time of day. Not all the time this early in the morning. Everybody's getting their coffee, so just look out for things like that. Another thing that happens sometimes, like that order just there, it was $4.50. Like I said, it was only a couple miles, but other things can happen. Like that was a hand-to-me order, and I don't know why people do this. I don't know why people do this. It don't make any sense to me. Like if people order stuff off of Amazon, they're looking out the window immediately. But people that order from DoorDash, they know they got food coming. I gotta sit there for 5 minutes knocking on the door. It makes no sense to me at all. I don't know why people do that, but that type of stuff, it bothers you. It will get on your nerves. So watch out for stuff like that too. What I like to do is I'll knock once, and if they don't come within the first couple minutes, you can press hand to a customer. You'll have to wait 5 minutes before you can take a picture and leave it. But the sooner you start that clock, the better. And then if they don't answer the door in 5 minutes, you can just leave it there, take a picture, and be done with it. Alright, we got another order from Casey's Pizza. Well, Casey's General Store for $7 for 4 miles. Not too bad. But it's 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how they are this early in the morning, but Casey's General Store, or gas station, whatever you want to call it, is another one of those that it's kind of scary to take in certain parts of the day because they take forever to cook pizza. It's a gas station. It's just a gas station. They cook pizzas at the back. So just watch it when you're getting stuff from places like this, because you just never know how long it's going to take. Let's see how long. It's 11:21 right now. I'm pulling into the parking lot. Let's see what time it is when I come out. Alright, so here we are walking out of Casey's 13 minutes later. And I know earlier I said it was 11:21. It was only 10:21. I forgot time went back today, so 10:35 right now, and that took a very, very long time. Well, let's get on with it. Let's go drop it off. By the way, today is November 3rd. We got only a couple days away from the election, so once you guys drop who you guys are voting for down in the comments and tell me why. Alright, we got that one dropped off. They actually added a couple bucks, so I ended up getting $9.50 for that order. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So now, gonna pause my stuff till I get back down to where I started and see what we get next. By the way, we've been dashing just a little over an hour right now. We're at $26. Pulled up back in town and we just got another order. $6 to go 1.5 miles. Not bad. Let's go get it picked up. Matthew. We got Matt S. Let's go get her dropped off. That one dropped off. We're up to $32. I think we're about an hour and a half in. Not too bad. All right. Let's see what we get next. All right. We just got our next order from Bob Evans. $10 for 6.9 miles. Normally, if it's $10, it's got to be pretty high mileage for me not to take it because that's a pretty good jump. And I can get it dropped off pretty quick as long as the order's not done. Or not sitting there waiting for the order for 20 or 30 minutes, you know what I mean? But let's go get her picked up. To Bob Evans, and yeah, this might be a little bit longer than I want it to be. This goes to show you never know. Look at this parking lot. Totally packed. Walked right in, right out. Lobby was totally packed full of people. This is another thing to look out for, really, if you're new to door dashing and you're trying to figure out what to do and what not to do. Like I said, this is a $10 order, so I normally like to take them no matter what, as long as they're not over 10 miles or around 8 or 9 miles. This one's 6.9 miles from where I was. But anyways, long story short here, I'm dropping this off. It's 9 minutes away from where I'm picking it up, but it's 9 minutes outside of town south, and there's no restaurants down there. Like if I go north, I can drop it off and immediately get an order from another restaurant, even though it's 9 minutes away. This one's 9 minutes south, so once I drop it off, I'm driving 9 minutes back to town no matter what. There's no other restaurants I can pick up from on the way back through. Sometimes you can drop it off and hit another restaurant on the way back and make money on your way back into town, but not on this one. So you got to watch out for stuff like that also, but just want to let you guys know about that. So I got that $10 order dropped off. We're up to $42, and that wasn't too far away. I can get back into town real quick and probably get me an order on the way back. Not pick it up on the way back, but I can get an order and pick it up when I get back, is what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, let's see what we get next. By the way, whenever I started this, I said it was 10:46. I was wrong. It was 9:46. So it's 11:24 right now, and we're at $42. So roughly an hour and a half. We got $42. That's not bad at all. Just stopped by Walgreens, grabbed some cat food, but we're on to the next one. Culver's. I don't remember how much it was. $5 or $6 for 1.5 miles. So not too bad. Let's go grab it. This is one of them orders I like to warn people about because it's a decent priced order. It's not going very far, but when you get here to pick it up, like Culver's is a bad place for this. Some places, like Taco Bell especially, Culver's, Hardee's likes to do it. Like you show up, sometimes you don't get there for 10-15 minutes after you get the order, right? You show up, tell them what you're there for, and they'll put your order on the back burner. Like if they're busy, they love to put DoorDashes on the back burner, and then they forget about them. They just forget about them. So they don't start your order till 5-10 minutes after you arrive, when you done had the order for 20 minutes, and it's at a certain point it's not worth your time. And like I've been to Taco Bell. I've literally sat in the drive-thru for 45 minutes, got up to the window, and just to be told, well, come on, pull around to the front because the lobby was closed, and we'll bring it out to you. And I sit there, and I sit there, and I sit there, and they're like, well, we skipped the order, and now we can't find it. Can you just tell us what's on there? Like, and after an hour I've been there, it's like, you got to watch out for places. They like to put you on the back burner and then forget about you. And then stuff like that happens where they just completely lose their order, which makes no sense to me. Just make the order, get done with it, and move on. But yeah, watch out for stuff like that. If you're door dashing, you'll get to know places that like to do stuff like that. And especially certain times of the day is worse than other times. But just look out for that kind of stuff. I almost forgot to drink. To the next one. Now we're going to Kasabi for $5.50 for 1.9 mile. Not too bad, but another place that's really busy, so sometimes it takes a long time to get it. So let's see what happens. I love this sign they have in the bathroom. Welcome, please see yourself. Thank you. Alright, we're leaving here. This did take a little bit longer than expected, but not too terribly long. But we're on our way. Here's another one to look out for, and it's kind of hard, I know, because, you know, like there's a lot of different people to deliver to, but try to remember names if possible. Like this order is going to the hospital, and every once in a while you get one. A lot of times they'll go to the ER entrance, sometimes the main entrance, but this one's going to the main entrance, and a lot of times they'll say, meet me at the main entrance, call me upon arrival, yada yada yada, and then you got to stand there for 10-15 minutes waiting on them to get down there. And at a certain point, it's not worth your time. It's not worth your time. People don't understand that. When you're working like this, time is money. Time is money. Time is money. the more you have to stand around, the more money you're losing. So just think about things like that as well. Alright, so we're leaving the hospital now. That one wasn't too bad. It went to the security guy, so he was standing there waiting, and we're off and on to the next one. Alright, I got another one from Sonic for $4.50 to go 1.5 miles. I think you guys get the trend here. If anything exciting happens, I'll jump back on, but from this point forward, I think I'm just gonna come back when I'm done and let you guys know what I make at the end. Right now it's $12.18. I'm at $52. $56.50 after this, so it's not too bad. And I'll catch you guys whenever I get done. Another thing as a dasher you need is a dash cam. Even one that points on the inside of your car. That way, if something's wrong with the food, you can tell them you have video footage of the entire trip. Like if they try to say you didn't drop it off, whatever, you got proof that you dropped it off. And if obviously you're going to be driving a lot, so accidents happen, and it's nice to have a dash cam. We're here at Papa John's. If this will flip around. Boop, boop. I took this $2. Sometimes you got to do this for your ratings. I know $2 for an order is not that great, but it's only going 1 mile down the road. And at this time of day, it's 1:27, so it's not real busy when it comes to pizza deliveries. So I get here to pick up the order, and boom, I get another order added on for $6 plus. Meaning, if you get a plus order, that means that you're going to get more than whatever it says it is. So now I'm only going a total of 3 miles. I'm getting what, $6, $7, $8 minimum plus. So $8 plus. So sometimes you gotta take those little orders. Take the risk sometimes. Don't take the risk if it's really far. Don't take the risk if it's far, because 99% of the time, because sometimes you'll get a cash tip when you get there. Not very often. So just take that into. And it is kind of, you really gotta watch out for it on orders like this, because the one order was, like I said, was $2. And that's what the base pay is $2. And when you got a double order, you don't get 2 different base pays. You get 1 base pay for both orders. So that first order I just dropped off was $0 tip. Meaning that if I would have just got this other order by itself, I would have made the exact same amount of money. I literally dropped that pizza off, went out of my way to drop the pizza off for this guy, and got nothing for it. Nothing. He got his pizza delivered absolutely free. My gas, my time, for nothing. I got absolutely nothing for dropping that order off. Alright, so this is another thing that's really okay, so I just picked up this order from Walgreens. It's $4.50. It was to go half a mile down the street, so I figured why not? So I get there to drop it off, and they gave me the wrong address. They gave me the address to the emergency urgent care, but it's going to the actual hospital. So I called the lady. She's like, oh, it's for my mom at the hospital. So now I got to drive to the hospital, nowhere near the urgent care. And then I had to figure out what room they're in, walk it up to the room. Like, there's no telling how long this is going to take me for $4.50. It's not worth it. So you got to be mindful of stuff like that. Watch out for it. Sometimes if it's really far away, DoorDash, you can just call it DoorDash and they'll cancel it, because it's just, if it's outside of your area. It's happened to me before. I picked up an order that was supposed to go to a school. The school was right there in town. I call the people and they're like, oh, I'm at a school that's way somewhere else, and DoorDash just canceled it. But yep, just be mindful of stuff like that. So orders like the one I just did is another one you got to watch out for. So it was $10 for 8 items, and it wasn't too bad, $10 for 8 items, but it reminded me of something I need to tell you guys, especially for beginners. Because sometimes you'll see orders that's like $27 for 57 items, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, 27 items. I mean, $27 for one order. So you take it, and half the stuff is stuff you have no idea what it is. You have no idea where it is. Next thing you know, it's been an hour, you're panicking, you've only got half the stuff, you don't know what to do, and sometimes it's just not worth it. So click on what it is, look at what you're getting, make sure you know where it's all at, make sure you're doing things in a timely manner, and you're not going to be on the order for 3 hours trying to figure everything out. But yeah, so just look at what you're doing before you do it. I did it right after saying that I get an order. I got 22 items for $22. What time is it right now? It's 4:19. Let's see what time I get out of there. Alright, I just made it out. It is 4:53. So was it worth it? I don't know. I still got to drop them off. roughly around $20 an hour, roughly. Well, let's see what time it is when I drop them off. Dropping off order number 1. Alright, so it's officially 5:12, and I started that order at, what, 4:19, so just under an hour. I got $22, plus the guy gave me a $5 cash tip, so $27 total. So it was worth it. Not too bad of an order. But like I said, those are the kind of orders you gotta watch out for. A lot of that stuff I did not know where it was. Luckily, I found it pretty quickly, and it wasn't too many items. But yeah, watch out for those kind, because you can get stuck on those orders for a very long time, and it will completely destroy your entire day. By the way, as you can tell, it's starting to get dark outside, and I've been at this since what was it, 9:45 this morning, something like that. So yeah, how much you guys think I made so far at 5:13? Another thing, when door dashing, you'll find this out real quick. 95, maybe more % of deliveries, when you're dropping them off to lower income areas, you're gonna get more of a tip than when you're dropping it off to the rich neighborhoods. Like the order I just dropped off was it was a shop and deliver from Aldi's. It was $2. I got it was a $2 tip. So I drove 5 minutes out of my way, literally $500,000 house, 2 Teslas sitting in the driveway, and I got a $2 tip. But that's just what comes along when you're in debt. But just pay attention to that as well. So when you're just because you're in a rich neighborhood, because a lot of people will be like, I'm gonna go find a rich neighborhood to DoorDash in. That doesn't always mean you're gonna make more money. Alright, so here it is. As you can see, it's dark outside. It's 7:40. Means I've been going at this for 10 hours straight. And what do you guys think I made? The grand total is exactly on the dot, no change, $200 even for 10 hours of work. So exactly $20 an hour. Not the best day, but $200. That's what I made. Oh no, I'm sorry, I made a $5 cash tip. Forgot about that. So $205. Alright, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. We're halfway to 500, guys. We can do it. Let's go.